Our next speaker is Mr. Simon Dorlac. He holds a doctorate in law, and he is from Malaysia. His topic today is digital learning for a global ethic in the educational system. Mr. Dorlac, thank you very much. Merci.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. First of all, I would like to express my thanks to the Committee of Ivry Institute for inviting me. It is an honor and privilege to be able to speak within your honorable assembly. You will allow me to start my introduction with this quote from Sylviane Agacinski, which is a French philosopher, and who say, if a social practice is against human rights, it cannot be ethical. Indeed, in the era challenged by modern innovation, health and economic crisis, transition to online learning is an educational initiative that organizations and universities consider to be of utmost importance. An increasing number of faculties worldwide are adopting existing or implementing a new method for asynchronously delivering the training. The main question that arises is whether digital communication technology, designed to connect people by definition, will be used to promote humanitarian value or will it serve economic interest. Therefore, it is of paramount significance for the challenge of our troubled times to embrace digital learning technology, but at the same time to safeguard the value of a humanist education and digital context, which is constantly evolving toward growing consumerism. The unprecedented global health crisis caused by COVID is stressing economic and social systems worldwide. Almost all aspects of our social life are challenged and change are rapid and inevitable. Educational systems already moving toward embracing modern communication technology have been accelerated to integrate online systems for delivering training. Reluctant, asynchronous, but also synchronous training systems are being implemented at challenging rate with a little time for careful planning and, most importantly, considering ethics. Digital communication technology is designed to connect the people, but will that connection be substantial, promoting humanitarian value, or will it serve economic interest and consumerism? The goal of education, besides providing knowledge both scientific and practical, is to integrate learners with a society by developing connection trees between students. This can be achieved by building the feeling that everyone is connected with a single heart, so that respect and understanding can be developed among the participating parties. Education cannot be left at the service of the digital economy, because the prospect that education in and through digital technology is not exclusively at the service of humanist training, concept of digital humanities, is simply terrifying. This being stated, this leads us to identify two issues: the ethical issue and the educational policy. Ethical issue, education, culture, ethics, and other higher values constitute the building block of our civilization, making the importance of transferring those values to individual abuse. In our current system, it is essential that we strive to communicate and teach the primary instruction, love your fellow man as yourself. as a global, universal principle that will be the driving force for establishing a genuine connection between all and eventually will lead to the solution of all the plagues that mankind has engendered. How relevant are ethics with the vision of establishing an integral and global education system? First of all, in order for a global digital education system based on equality, respect, and love for others to be established, especially since this must be taught, it is necessary that the virtual environment is established within an ethical framework to consolidate the foundation of the global education system, allowing a complete reform of education. Otherwise, without constitutive ethical rules and the education sector promoting integrity, probity, and disinterestedness, the system is prone to being corrupted by various economic opportunistic interests linked to the digital age and its consumption practice. Several ethical aspects concerning the impact of digital lessons on the education system should be considered. Ethical question concerning the credibility of online education is that of rigor of the exam and grade level expectation. A number of online courses consist of pre-programmed software that require the student to read or listen to a recorded lecture and then take a test or quiz. Subsequently, the computer or software score the assessment and provide a passing or failing grade for the student. If these courses are not appropriately managed, what keeps students from cheating or having someone who can read and understand the content better take the assessment for them? On the other hand, some online classes involve an actual teacher running the class with deadline for assignment and discussion questions that need to be posted. Since the online classroom is deprived of the physical presence of the participant, it is less likely for students to have outside discussion questioning the behavior or content of the teacher's lecture. This opens up the possibility of online instructor using also the virtual classroom to push political, religious, or other view on students. And in any case, online class are a necessity of all times and can be highly beneficial. However, like potentially anything new, unattended overuse or misuse of this digital means can have a negative impact on education quality. Earning an entire degree or diploma via online education may have an unintended effect on the student. And then that brings us on the second issue is about the educational policy. Even more, ethical issues concerning educational policy also arise. Educational policy should be implemented in such a way that they ensure equality of chance for all students. No social group should be left out from the educational process due to the lack of access to network or insufficient digital training. This also means that digital service should be provided free of charge for the user and school ecosystem so that no one is excluded from the learning process. The role of local authorities, as well as the head of establishment and teacher, is expected to be very important, and their collaboration is necessary in order to overcome the expected many material and organizational difficulties on a daily basis. Assuming that all the questions linked to the technical implementation of a pedagogy through digital means are resolved, which is far from being the case for all countries, we must ask ourselves about the nature and quality of the education that we want to offer students and their family. Or should educational policy be implemented from an ethical point of view and a connected society in order to ensure an all-inclusive digital culture and education? What educational and didactic approach should this policy follow in order to educate the new generation from a civic and humanist perspective, despite the obvious consumerist issue. Digital citizens of the 21st century should be trained to pursue ambitious goals, such as media and information literacy, and to develop a critical spirit. This is essential in order to acquire autonomy and navigate through the profusion of information which assails them, learning to locate information source, validate, evaluate information while respecting the value register and the charter of use of media and digital tools use it. Certainly, school has a major role to play, not only in the training, but also the education and installation of ethos and the new digital citizen. Besides students, educational policy should also protect teachers whose independence from a vis-à-vis digital service company must be safeguarded. Institutions and educators should be shielded against certain insidious practice from such company that can deceive vigilance or introduce any form of dependence or even subordination. The answer we give to these 2 points on ethical education policy is as follows. It consists of establishing a code of ethics. It is evident that all the global players in charge of establishing an educational network whose goal is to disseminate and train students according to altruistic societal value, we have to adopt a common charter, which will be officially recognized by the governing bodies of each country or at an international level by UNESCO. A certification mechanism should also be implemented. All institutions and organization signatories of the Charter should be certified by an international label attesting to the quality and genuinity of the teaching. In conclusion, generating transformational change in society through the digital education system is seen as the key to solving the most pressing problem of our time. But if we want this change to be aimed at building an altruistic world, structural foundation of the education system should be based on common ethical rules. And I will finally end with the last quote, that of Dr. Étienne-Émile Beaulieu, who said, "How will indomitable scientific research continue to serve the physical and mental well-being of all?" 2 keywords, education and ethics, which must be translated into practice. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Simon, for this really wonderful presentation. That was very interesting.